Hey folks, how y'all doing? Welcome back. And oh man, the new Weber Master Touch Premium Plus. Plus what you're saying? Well, you're seeing it right there. Plus a side shelf built into the grill. Plus, are you ready for this? A probe hole. Look at that. From Weber. And plus, see that down there? So you want to get yourself a thermostatically controlled blower? They put a hole in there for it, and you can also use it as a smoke hole. Isn't that a great idea? It took a long time for Weber to finally come up with this, and they put it on their brand new Weber kettle, the Weber Master Touch Premium Plus. That's what this is. You believe that? Me neither. Folks, just goofing around with you. I'm going to show you today if you want to add a probe port, like I did, or a smoke hole, like I did. And you're going to say, well, hang on, Tom, I don't have the skills to do all that. I know you're going to show us, and it makes it look easy, but you know what? I just can't do it. Well, folks, if you can't do it and you want to get all that, then S&S Grills, folks. That's where I got everything from. And if you want to get the probe port or the smoke hole that's down there, feel free to give them an email. And they're not selling them openly, but they'll sell you a side shelf separately. And they'll sell you those probe port covers too. So I'll tell you what, keep on watching. I'll show you how I did it. All right, let's get started. Like I said, if you're looking to get these S&S grills, I'll leave the link down below in the description, snsgrills.com. And folks, they don't show this on their website, but you can send them an email and I'm sure they'll sell you some. These things are pretty heavy duty. And as far as layout is concerned, now this one's for the smoke hole. And I'm basing this on my stoker unit that I got from Inkbird. And this is a 1-inch outside diameter. So I've got choices there. I could use a hole saw. And once you know, I got 7/8 hole saw and 1 1/4 inch, but nothing that's 1 inch. But I do have a step drill, and this is a newer step drill. And this one goes up to 1 1/8 inch, and there's all different sizes. You can see step drills. And obviously I got another drill bit out for the screw, because that's 3/16. For the actual probe hole, I'm going to go 1/2 inch. Now remember, you're going to be drilling into your Weber kettle, so that's going to avoid your warranty. If you don't want to avoid your warranty and you want all these options like this nice shelf and the smoke hole cover and the probe port, S&S Grills, and you can just buy a grill that's got it already made, or you can go the hard way like me and just avoid your warranty. So let's keep going. A couple things to think about here, and I already know where I'm going to put, you can tell by the blue painter's tape, where I'm going to put the probe port. I'm going to put it right off where my shelf is and make sure that it's above the top grate. And you're saying, where's the top grate? The top grate sits on that hole there. That hole, there's 4 of them in a Weber kettle. Now for the smoke hole, I'm going to drill a pilot hole on the inside where I want it, and I want to get it below the bottom tab, which is where your charcoal grate goes, and there's 4 of those. So I just use that, and I'll drill a pilot hole, and then I'll put tape on the outside. And actually, I'll probably drill that hole from the inside. It'll be a lot easier. So we'll get to doing some more layout, and then we'll get to drilling. All right, for the probe port one, folks, what I did was I installed the top one first. I've got a pilot hole drilled through there already. Then I'll just take step drill and put the grate on to make sure that I'm above the grate. You can see it right there, I'm above the grate. So we're gonna get step drill out and drill a 1/2 inch hole for that. What I like about using a step drill is that you can go one step at a time. You can see right around the 7/16. And you can stop and see where I am. And you can see we're right at the 1/2 inch mark. And covers our hole. That's what we want. And if we were to look on the inside, we can use our finger to feel that we are still above the grate, and that's where we want to be. So we'll deburr the other side. You got to remember to clean out the inside of your grill real well. Get all the shavings out there. Obviously, you don't want that ending up in your food. And then to clean that up, just take a little paint and some enamel, or even some high heat tape. And actually, you can use the tape I got on there right now, and I could tape the inside too, and just give that a quick spray. All right, there's the probe port all installed. Got it touched up. The inside, see right down there, perfect position. That's what I was looking for, folks. And super simple. Now let's put in the smoke hole, shall we? All right, so layout for our smoke hole, we got to take into consideration our lever there for the vent control. So I really don't want it in any of these areas like down here, but off to the side by this leg would work pretty nice. And you can see they even have the curvature bent into this smoke hole cover. And you know, I'm going to use it for a smoke hole, but I'm also going to use it. If you watch my channel, Tom Horseman, on YouTube, you know that I've got one of these temperature control units, and this is the hose from it, and it kind of goes sort of like that. Obviously below the charcoal grate is where you want to go, and I want to keep it kind of low so that it's always, obviously it's there to blow onto the charcoal. So we'll drill a hole, give you a look-see. All right, so I got my pilot holes drilled. That one's for the bolt. Now you got to be careful here because of the ash sweep. You don't want that nut to fall within the ash sweep. So you got to keep it just above that. And that still allows for the charcoal grate to work just fine, just like that. So we'll get the drilling. All right, sometimes you can improvise a little bit. I'm just using my garbage cart here. Got the lid off and got it sitting upside down there. I've got it kind of mocked up. I drilled this hole. Now I just got to drill that center hole. And once again, I'm going to use the step drill for that. All right, having that new step drill, holy smokes, did that cut fast. But you can see this is how that fits. And that's what it's supposed to do. And then that covers up that like that. Take a look on the inside, get it cleaned up, get that deburred, although the new drill did a pretty good job. I don't have much to deburr there, and get that painted up. Get it all cleaned up, give you a look-see. All right, so that's what it looks like on the inside. I didn't paint that yet, I gotta do that. But you can see open, close. And you know, this will give the opportunity, you can close your vents just like they are 100% now and really throttle down that air going in there. And then you can see why it was so important to really lay out where that nut is. And then at the same time, and make sure that it clears charcoal grate. So there's charcoal grate, and there's your smoke hole underneath there. Now let's put that thermostatic stoker unit blower in and give you a look-see at that. All right, so there's one of the intentions for the hole. Not just, you know, you can use it just a smoker hole, but I bought one of these stoker units, and you're saying, well, where is it, Tom? Well, I made a little platform so it can sit underneath because it's not waterproof, but it's by Inkbird, and the thing works pretty freaking awesome. And I plan on using this when it's this winter, when it's there are days where it's raining, snowing, and blowing, and you look at your Kettle grill and say, oh, not today. That thing will get you through that, but you got to have a hole. So and that's why we made the hole today. And you can see our Pro Port hole works well too. I got to paint, obviously I got to do some touch-up paint on where I drilled. But folks, this is a fun little project and really supercharges your Weber Kettle grill. And I hope you enjoyed this. Tom Horseman at YouTube. There are other alternatives for doing this. Obviously, there's some smaller rubber grommets that you could put in there. I prefer to do this one. It just works a lot nicer. And like I said, S&S Grills, I'll leave the link down below if you want to pick one of these up. Or if you're saying, hey, I don't want to go through all that trouble, but you're looking for a grill that's got a side shelf and it's got the Pro Port and it's got smoke hole and all that, well, guess what? It's out there for you, folks, by S&S Grills. So, Tom Horseman, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, see you later.